The ballpark? With its driver and passenger airbags, ABS and traction control, all under $30,000. They most often praise it all the way to the bank. Chrysler LHS, the American luxury car, is now in the fast lane.
See your local Northwest Chrysler Plymouth dealer.
Green grass is a wonderful thing, but even fresh from the freezer, it doesn't taste that great. So we feed it to cows, who actually like the stuff. Then a Dairy Gold farmer squeezes until milk comes out. Next, we add things like fresh strawberries picked by school children during summer vacation. Finally, we freeze everything into 100 glorious Dairy Gold ice creams, frozen yogurts, and low-fat desserts, which are a lot more fun to lick than grass. Dairy Gold, a delicious way to live.
What is great? Great is winning the lottery. Great is finding a parking space with time on the meter. And dinosaurs, which are big and great. And great is buying a pair of shoes at Pickway and getting a second pair at half off. Half off the second pair. Now that's really great. Pickway. Great shoes, inexpensive. Step out in your own way. Pickway, Pickway.
Almost Live, tonight at 11:35 on King 5.
Week number 2 of the preseason, and as you might expect, it was a little ragged. Around the NFL we go. First, New England and Cleveland. Patriots quarterback Scott Zolak drops back, feels pressure, and throws this timing pattern to a wide-open cheerleader. Texas Stadium now, Dallas quarterback Hugh Millen hits Derek Lassick with his short pass, but Lassick fumbles. Raider defensive back Terry McDaniel takes the gift, and he's gone. 28 yards and the TD. Speaking of gone, the New York Giants' Jimmy Smith gathers in this punt, turns up the sideline, adds a burst of speed, and accelerates through the end zone and out of the stadium. Now that's gone. In Minneapolis, the Vikings jump off to a 16-0 lead. Seattle battles back on the strength of Rick Meyer's first NFL touchdown. But another Meyer first. This 64-yard interception return by Dave Garnett puts the game on ice for the Vikings. Tonight, preseason game number 3 for Seattle brings not only the San Francisco 49ers to the Kingdome, but also Dan McGuire and Rick Meyer as they continue their battle for a starting quarterback job. Tonight, with the first roster cut just days away, we'll find out who can play in the NFL. This is Seattle Seahawks football. Tonight from the Kingdome, it's the Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. This preseason game is brought to you by GTE, telecommunications consultant to the NFL. By Alaska Airlines, now offering daily service to Las Vegas. By Weyerhaeuser, proud to be your partner in paper recycling. By your Northwest Ford dealer, home of the Ford Taurus, the best-selling car in America. And by Seafirst Bank, where Excel service makes banking easy for you.
We are into week number 3 of the 1993 preseason in the NFL, and the Seattle Seahawks come home to Seattle, albeit a cloudy Seattle, Washington. But we're in the Kingdome tonight as the Seahawks host from the NFC, the San Francisco 49ers. Hello again, everybody. Don Poyer along with Steve Largent. Good to have you all with us here on this Saturday night. Injuries for both of these teams. And my goodness, Steve, they've got to make cuts down to 60, both squads, of course, on Tuesday. How do you assess the talent?
Well, it makes it a difficult job for the coaches. They've had injuries in every department, but we're going to see a lot of players come back tonight, including Brian Blades and Tommy Kane.
Absolutely, and many more, they hope, anyway. Let's take a look at the Seafirst checklist. First of all, offensive line for Seattle. Real critical point now.
Your offense is never going to be any better than your offensive line is. And in Seattle's offensive line, it's a story of 2 Rays. Ray Roberts, a young and improving offensive tackle, and Ray Donaldson, the wily veteran, hoping that he can hold on for another couple of years in his career with the Seahawks. And I think he'll help stabilize and give some consistent play for the offensive line. Mike Keim also stepping in for the injured Andy Heck. He's had a great camp this summer. Cortez Kennedy, the defensive line, has been the spark plug for the defense these last few seasons. And with Cortez in and out of camp, they haven't had the consistent play and definitely not the pressure on the quarterback that they need to have come the regular season. And at quarterback, Dan McGuire has continued his slow but steady progress to become a quarterback in the National Football League. He showed some good mobility last week against the Vikings, but couldn't put any points on the board, which he's had trouble doing his whole career. Tonight will be Rick Meyer's first opportunity to experience the Seahawk wave in the Kingdome. A lot of people excited about seeing him in Seattle tonight.
And with Game 3, as Steve, you well remember, you pick it up another notch now because you're getting closer to the regular season. San Francisco's won 13 straight preseason games. Seattle wanting to get some momentum going as they near the regular season here in 1993. Kickoff, starting lineups coming up right after this.
Told Nike how we could design a communications network to actually help them run better, do you know what they told us?
We'd like to welcome those viewers throughout the Northwest watching tonight's game on King 5 and Prime Sports Northwest. I'm Don Poyer along with Steve Largent. Cortez Kennedy back to the number 96 here for the 1993 season, back to his familiar jersey number after settling for a new 4-year extension worth some $12 million. And George Seifert, head coach in San Francisco, hasn't done much, just won a Super Bowl and 3 NFC titles since taking over for Bill Walsh, and has led this team to a 3-0 start in the preseason, 13 straight preseason victories. Tom Flores, he's got the Super Bowl rings to match George. In fact, he has one more than Mr. Seifert. Now in his 32nd year dealing with the NFL, either as a player, assistant coach, or head coach. Tom in his 2nd year here in Seattle, trying to consistently build this into a contender, and the key man for this building program is number 3, Rick Meyer, who had a solid start, I thought, Steve Largent, last week against Minneapolis, as he went in 10 of 18 for 69 yards.
I was more impressed with the intangible things, the leadership that he showed in the huddle, than maybe some of the physical things that he did, the strong arm and the scrambling ability.
Seattle winning the toss, so you see Mike Kofer out to kick. The regular field goal kicker for the San Francisco 49ers. Michael Bates on the right of the screen, along with Kelvin Martin on the left to return the kickoff. So it will be interesting. They say that Michael Bates, because of his kickoff returning and his punt coverage, is virtually a lock to make this team. Kofer, an auto racing enthusiast, big fan of car racing, and he is about to cross the starting line for game number 3 in the preseason for the Seahawks, number 4 for San Francisco at 3-0.
Imagine, what if all travel accommodations were as cramped as airlines usually are?
First time with us? Watch the head. Yes, indeed. All the comforts of home. Your bed, sir. Yes, indeed. And stereo TV, too. Watch the head.
At Alaska Airlines, we think space is essential even when you fly. So we give you, on average, a couple of inches more leg room than the major airlines do.
Honey, you took the paper out for recycling, didn't you?
Thanks to people like you, you've helped Weyerhaeuser become one of America's largest paper recyclers. And you've helped conserve one of our most precious natural resources. We've recycled a lot already, and by 1996, we plan to do twice as much. So thanks. We know it isn't always easy.
You let the cat in, didn't you?
The cat.
Weyerhaeuser.
It happens every summer all across Washington state. More than 10,000 kids learn basketball from the superstars, and hoops are only part of the program. The big message is stay in school, stay off drugs, and do your best. It's called the See First Jammin' Hoops Camp. See First is proud to organize and sponsor these free camps. We can't imagine a better investment.
For 8 years, Evening Magazine has helped you discover your Northwest. And now King 5 brings you a new way to discover America. When American Journal joins Evening Magazine, premiering September 6th. Watch Evening Magazine, then American Journal, for the stories, the people, and the drama of our nation. This fall, skip the tabloids. Choose King 5 for an hour of stories worth watching. Evening Magazine at 7 and American Journal at 7:30. Premiering September 6th on King 5.
We know how to help you save. During the Dodge 93 model clearance. Want big rig technology in a pickup? Then check out this Cummins Diesel Club Cab. It comes with a turbo diesel engine, plus AM/FM cassette, air conditioning, and $26.72 in package savings.
Is this correct?
Absolutely.
See your local Northwest Dodge dealer for great clearance savings on 93 model cars and trucks.
At U.S. Bank, we're here for the real risk takers in the Northwest, small business owners.
Where did the time go? It's going too fast. I gotta make it big, gotta make it last.
Hey man, one chance to make it big before school starts. Save 25% on your choice of great duds, man, like stovepipe denim from Union Bay or Denim Generation, hooded flannel shirts from Shaw Safari, and take 25% off vests and denim shirts and a lot more. Do the Tiger Shop and save some grande coinola, baby.
The Tiger Shop, make it big at the Bon Marché.
Right now, when you buy a Geo Metro XFI, your Geo dealer will give you $300 to use for down payment assistance, or for enough gas money to go from New York to LA, to New York to LA, to New York to LA, or anywhere in the world, as long as it's not more than 15,000 miles away. Have a nice trip. Get to know Geo Metro XFI right around the corner at your Chevrolet Geo dealer.
Critics are calling Hard Target 100% action. A rocket-powered roller coaster. A supercharged blast of fireworks. With breathtaking, amazing stunts.
How's it feel to be hunted? You tell me.
Legendary director John Woo is a movie magician, and Jean-Claude Van Damme is the #1 action hero in movies today.
He's obviously not someone we should underestimate.
Hard Target, rated R. Now playing at theaters everywhere.
Gold has long been the standard by which all investments are measured. Yet one group of precious metals has recently set its own standard. The Lexus LS, ES, and Coupe. With the highest retained value in their respective classes, they're commodities well worth securing. Whether you buy or lease at your Puget Sound Lexus dealer.
What flower prefers shade?
Begonias.
How do you talk to plants?
Well, I tell them to shave up and grow.
How can you know who's calling before you answer your phone?
I haven't the foggiest.
Of course you don't. You've got a business to run. Caller ID from US West provides the name and number of the person calling, so you can screen your calls and personalize your greetings. And right now, installation is free. Hey, you know plants.
I like to be a sweet pea because they smell good.
And we know phones. The small business group at US West.
Summertime is smart buy time at your all-pro Pontiac dealers. And what better time to ride with the luxury and excitement of Bonneville? Right now, through Pontiac's Smart Drive program, pay only $349 a month for Bonneville SE with V6, ABS brakes, leather, and more. Plus a 3-year, 36-month warranty and 24-hour roadside assistance. Ask about Smart Drive and see the fine selection of Bonnevilles at your all-pro Pontiac dealers today.
We are driving excitement. All Pro Pontiac.
Coming up this week on Almost Live, we've got help for those of you with this unique problem.
Yeah, well, how's everything going at work?
Busy.
I am as busy as a guy who's really, really busy.
Also, just when you thought it was safe to go back into the hot tub.
Oh, give it to her. Come on,
Plus,
give it
you
to
get
her.
to hear John Keister say witty things like,
Welcome to the John Report. I'm John. Here's my report.
on Almost Live, tonight at 11:35 on King 5.
When we put a product on sale, we don't have just one on sale. We put many on sale, whether it be 10, 15, or 20.
This week, Thomas & Ford Toyota of Kirkland has 10 1993 Taurus SHOs for just $19,888 after rebates. That's $8,200 off the manufacturer's suggested retail price. And over 100 Taurus GLs and LXs are available now for sale or lease at clearance prices.
That's why I say if you don't come see me today, I can't save you any money.
This is it. Ernst Lumber Truckload Blowout Sale. Load up on lumber and building materials at the lowest prices ever. Now through Sunday at Ernst.
Get garden wall blocks for an amazing $1.67 each.
Plus, Ernst has all the home and nursery products you'll ever need.
Like Kenny patio door blinds for $19.97 each. A McCullough 14-inch gas chainsaw is $118.
It's the biggest lumber and building materials sale of the season. The Lumber Truckload Blowout Sale. Now through Sunday at Ernst.
Who's collecting? McDonald's! NFL kickoff payoff points!
Pull your kickoff payoff tab to find out how many points you've scored.
Touchdown! I got 6 points!
Save 10 points for a sheet of NFL player trading cards.
You got Williams. Give you Nelson.
So collect kickoff payoff points and win.
What you want is what you get.
Play kickoff payoff.
McDonald's today.
Enjoy the Burger of the Month, the Quarter Pounder Club Sandwich. Add fries and a Coke Classic for an extra value meal and play kickoff payoff at participating McDonald's.
Vacation travel is here. Your roadmap to savings is Les Schwab's Summer Flyer. Hot tire values. Extra savings for more summer fun with Les Schwab's special prices on premium all seasons radials for small and mid-size cars. Plus extra savings on Les Schwab's value price pickup, 4x4 and sport utility radials. In batteries, a terrific summer buy on our popular 60-month battery. Your roadmap to savings begins at the Les Schwab sign, travel headquarters for hot tire values.
Introducing a Honda rarity. Well, it's more of an unusual occurrence. Actually, it's never happened like this before. Definitely out of the ordinary. As a matter of fact, we've never uttered these words before. And though it's our first, at these prices, they're not gonna last.
See your Puget Sound Honda dealer today.
Hey kids, ever notice how fast you outgrow school clothes? But don't throw this stuff out, recycle them. You'll be helping other kids who need back-to-school clothes. Tell your mom or dad about King 5's Children Helping Children clothing drive. New school supplies are also needed. Bring it all to King 5, Spick and Span, Children's World Learning Centers, or call for the drop-off site near you. Recycle the stuff that doesn't fit you anymore. Join the 10th annual Children Helping Children clothing drive.
Like many aerospace engineers, Frank Stellwagen is a pilot. But few plan to fly to Alaska in a plane they've rebuilt. Having driven various Toyotas he's owned over 212,000 miles, choosing the T100 was easy. No, he's not your typical big truck owner, but the T100 is not your typical truck. Motor Trend remarked, overall handling is reminiscent of a sporty passenger car. The Toyota T100 puts you in a whole new class.
So what's this thing?
That's a tomato slicer.
Cool. This isn't like a toy you get with the Whopper deal or anything.
I love this place.
I actually made some Whoppers this morning. I lit the pilot light, flame came up, and I brought them. Go ahead, you can eat it now.
Whopper for 99 cents.
Did you know there's 1,023 different ways to make a Whopper? Did you guys order the Whoppers? Here. These are 99-cent Whoppers, and I got them for you. It's your way, right away. 1, 2, 3. I love this place. All right, we're ready to go.
I want a workhorse, not a showboat.
If it doesn't work, I don't work.
Introducing the bigger,
tougher, rougher,
all-new Mazda truck.
It's got to be like a mule.
Now with an unsurpassed bumper-to-bumper basic warranty and a $159 a month lease with $159 down.
Now we're talking.
So hurry into your Mazda dealer and get a tough new Mazda truck now during this special introductory offer.
We on the road again.
Let's go, James.
I'm ready.
Mazda, it just feels right.
Sockeye flag, 2 pieces, pack of 24! Sockeye flag, 2 pieces, pack of 24! Get it?
What's up, man?
5-pound medium king!
5-pound medium king!
Yeah!
5-pound medium king!
A real Hawk fan doesn't miss a second of football on King 5. Catch all the action here on your Seahawks station. Don't miss it.
Start with your average quarterback. Excuse me, above average quarterback? And listen to the way he has to communicate. Pretty complicated, and that's just on the field. Now add coaches communicating with assistants upstairs, officials with the press box, teams with league headquarters, and they all have to communicate with each other. But the NFL talks to only one company to make that happen. GTE, telecommunications consultant to the NFL.
You've seen these. Glasses that lighten and darken automatically. So had Infinity. That's why the rear view mirror in the new Q45 uses electrochromic technology to lighten and darken automatically for glare during night driving. So you don't have to think about it. Visit your Infinity showroom, and when you're ready to buy a luxury car, you won't have to think about that either.
Lease one of the world's most advanced automobiles, now at a very special rate for a limited time.
Well, it's summer, so naturally AM/PM's got a great new sports bottle. And every time you fill it up, it just costs 59 cents. Anything from the fountain, even frozen Coke. Sounds pretty neat, huh? Run in, fill it up, 59 cents, and back to relaxing. Into AM/PM, fill it up, 59 cents, and back to relaxing. 59-cent refills at AM/PM all summer long.
Looking good out there, guys.
Get more, spend less at AM/PM.
For 8 years, Evening Magazine has helped you discover your Northwest. And now King 5 brings you a new way to discover America. When American Journal joins Evening Magazine, premiering September 6th. Watch Evening Magazine, then American Journal, for the stories, the people, and the drama of our nation. This fall, skip the tabloids. Choose King 5 for an hour of stories worth watching. Evening Magazine at 7 and American Journal at 7:30. Premiering September 6th on King 5.
We'd like to thank the people of the Northwest. Because you've made recycling so important, you've helped make us one of America's largest paper recyclers and helped conserve one of our most precious natural resources. We've recycled a lot already, and by 1996 we plan to do twice as much. So, thanks. We couldn't have done it without you. Weyerhaeuser.
A 1993 Toyota 4x4. Nothing else comes close.
So, let's say you own a business. How can the U.S. West Direct Yellow Pages help? Because businesses don't come with customers, you gotta go get them. So that's why advertising was invented. Now, ideally, your ad should be in every home and business in the city, in a place customers look the most, in U.S. West Direct. Think of all those people looking at your ad, and 4 out of 5 of them happen to be ready to buy. Right now, money practically burning a hole in their pockets. Beautiful. It's where to sell. U.S. West Direct.
It's estimated that by the time your kid gets to college, a 4-year degree will cost around $100,000. Maybe you should start saving now at OfficeMax.
Save on an 11-pack of 3M IBM high-density pre-formatted 3.5-inch diskettes. And save on the Canon BubbleJet printer that gives you laser printer performance.
Of course, they could get a scholarship. Better take your savings to the max. OfficeMax, the office product superstore where savings is the bottom line.
This is the new Infinity Q45. Now, pretend this is acid rain. Pollution. Infinity developed a revolutionary paint finish that resists these hazards. It even resists hairline scratches that cause dullness. I can't explain the process, but they'd be happy to at your Infinity showroom. From start to finish.
Lease one of the world's most advanced automobiles, now at a very special rate for a limited time.
Oh my God, I'm making
The children are flourishing, parents proud.
You got me out.
The only unusual thing is that the parents are two men. Washington is one of 6 states allowing gay and lesbian adoption.
I'm concerned that we could be wreaking havoc with these kids.
But what's the problem? On Sunday's Compton Report, the legal and psychological evidence on gay and lesbian adoption in Washington state.
For the Seahawks so far coming up roses, to put it mildly. Reuben Mays with 98 yards in the first half. Steve Largent, he did a great job, and he got some wonderful blocking by the front five.
Hey, I'm not the only one smiling. You can bet Tom Flores is in that locker room right now with a big smile on his face too.
Absolutely, he's done very well. Rick Meyer, by the way, 5 of 10 at 1 point. He looked very good. Got a little help on that long pass to Doug Thomas.
He sure did. Rick Meyer got a lot of help with the offensive line. The running game was excellent, and then he came up with some big passes.
All right, it is 30 to nothing, as we say here in the first half. And again, Reuben Mays was outstanding with those 98 yards and getting some great blocking. He had a 27-yard run, by the way, earlier in the first half, which attributed to that 98 yards. So at halftime, 30 to nothing, Seattle on top of the San Francisco 49ers. And we now return to the newsroom in Seattle and Brendan McLaughlin.
Brendan McLaughlin. The Pac-10 Council met behind closed doors today, deliberating over the penalties to be levied against the UW for a variety of NCAA rules violations. Already published reports, quoting Pac-10 sources, indicate the Huskies could face a television and bowl game ban for 1 year. UW Athletic Director Barbara Hedges refused to comment, so now the fate of the Huskies is in the hands of the university presidents of the Pac-10.
The president and chancellors have the same powers as the council does. They can amend, approve, ratify, do whatever they wish.
The violations against the Huskies range from a questionable loan to former quarterback Billy Joe Hobart to problems with recruiting practices. King 5 News will bring you live coverage of that Pac-10 announcement tomorrow morning. It's expected sometime between 9 and 10 a.m. Alaska Airline flights are back to their regular schedules tonight after the local flight attendants union tried to bring chaos to the company. Minutes before a flight from Seattle to San Diego was scheduled to leave SeaTac last night, 3 of 4 flight attendants walked off the plane and left the airport. Union officials say it's part of their ongoing tactic to pressure the company into some kind of contract settlement.
I think you can kind of just sort of guess where it might lead. There will be more delays. There will be longer delays. There will be more flights and more cities involved, and we simply won't be telling the general public when they will happen.
According to an Alaska Airlines spokesperson, the company will continue operating the airlines because, in their words, they're committed to their employees, their customers, and their shareholders. After 3 years of contract negotiations, talks broke off back in June. An American Airlines jet flying from Seattle to Miami was forced to turn back mid-flight after developing mechanical problems. The pilot of American Flight 26 alerted SeaTac he was returning after realizing the Boeing 767 had lost one of its 3 hydraulic systems. Emergency response teams were standing by as a precaution, but the plane landed safely. Rodney King has had one more run-in with the law. In Los Angeles, he was charged with drunk driving after he plowed his car into a wall early today. Authorities say his blood alcohol level was 0.19. That's more than twice the legal limit in California. King was booked on a misdemeanor and released. We'll be back with more right after this break.
This summer reminder is brought to you by Pepsi. Better get yours before Shaq gets it all.
See Tanya Tucker on Pepsi Day at the Kitsap County Fair, Wednesday, August 25th.
In a world of 5 or 50 or 500 channels, there's only one channel where you get the top story. Only one channel where Gene Anderson and Barry Judge bring you the #1 newscast in Western Washington. Only one channel delivering more news than any other station, mornings and nights, 7 days a week. Only one channel with a news magazine for the Northwest, Our Times. That channel is King 5. More than just a number on the dial. Your channel for news in Western Washington.
All over Washington, people are making a switch.
Been a good switch for us.
I love the Versateller machine.
There seemed to be one on every corner. There's one in every supermarket. And
sometimes I can drop in or I can just pick up the phone and they're always ready to help me.
I think it's great to be able to do my banking when I go grocery shopping.
Most people want convenience and people they can trust, and I'm getting that at Seafirst.
From convenience to personal service, nobody gives you more of what you deserve from a bank than Seafirst. Now's the time to compare and switch.
I had a customer come in the other day who works as a draftsman. His main objective with this new prescription was to end up with a lighter, more comfortable pair of glasses. So I told him that I had a new lens available that would give him a wide field of view, yet reduce his thickness by half. We definitely have the most options when it comes to specialized needs.
This month, buy a complete pair of glasses and get a second pair from our Lifestyles collection, free. Trust your eyes to Western Optical.
2 firefighters were killed, 5 others critically injured while battling a brush fire in Los Angeles, the suburb of Altadena. Fire crews were trying to prevent the blaze from burning nearby homes when suddenly it shifted direction. Flames quickly encircled the firefighters. They were saved by helicopters making water drops directly above them. It's believed a car fire sparked that blaze. John Miller joins us now with a brief look at our forecast. Is our luck running out, John?
Well, it'll be running out by tomorrow afternoon. It looks like some more rain is on the way. In the meantime, for tonight, mostly cloudy. Temperatures in the low to mid 50s with a chance for some scattered showers. Tomorrow, look for rain developing during the day with high temperatures ranging from the upper 60s to the lower 70s. In our 5-day forecast, more rain and windy at times on Monday, high 65. Warming up for Tuesday in the upper 60s, rain diminishing. And Thursday and Friday don't look too bad, partly cloudy with warmer temperatures.
Okay, thanks, John. We'll see you at 11. In Philadelphia, 7-week-old Angela Lakeberg struggles to survive following yesterday's operation that separated her from her Siamese twin. Her sister Amy died during the procedure, and doctors say Angela's chances of survival are only about 1 in 100. But Kenneth and Joey Lakeberg are optimistic, especially after little Angela opened her eyes today and squeezed her parents' finger. And the one remaining sextuplet born to an Indiana family was finally able to leave the hospital. 4 boys and 2 girls were born to Keith and Becky Dilley back in May 25th. The babies were born 9 weeks premature, all had breathing problems. The first of the bunch was able to leave in July. Now the whole family's together after little Julian was allowed to go home. Tonight at 11, an update on the Huskies, and we'll see you at 11. Have a good night.
Start! Collecting! McDonald's! NFL kickoff payoff points!
Look for your kickoff payoff game piece on these special packages at McDonald's. Pull the tab to see how many points you've scored.
Wow!
Collect your points for great prizes. Get a free sheet of NFL player trading cards. Each sheet is only 10 points at McDonald's. Collect them all. So pull your kickoff payoff tab today.
What you want is what you get.
Play NFL kickoff payoff
at McDonald's today.
All over Washington, people are making a switch.
The switch to Seafirst turned out to be no hassle at all.
If I want to make a loan, check on the bank balance, I just pick up the phone.
You know how great it is to be able to go to Seafirst after 5 o'clock.
Well, I think the great thing about the Seafirst grocery store branches is the fact that you can go to them 7 days a week.
From convenience to personal service, nobody gives you more of what you deserve from a bank than Seafirst. Now's the time to compare and switch.
When we put a product on sale, we don't have just one on sale. We put many on sale, whether it be 10, 15, or 20.
This week, Thomas & Ford Toyota of Kirkland has 10 1993 Taurus SHOs for just $19,888 after rebates. That's $8,200 off the manufacturer's suggested retail price. And over 100 Taurus GLs and LXs are available now for sale or lease at clearance prices.
That's why I say if you don't come see me today, I can't save you any money.
Oh, but how to choose? The one, he's so cerebral, so intense, so cute. But the other one, such depth, such sensitivity, such emotion. I mean, how is a woman to choose?
Well, you don't have to choose anymore, because Phil Donahue is moving to King 5 at 3 o'clock, followed by Oprah at 4. Now the only choice weekday afternoons is King 5.
Phil at 3 and Oprah at 4. Who says you can't have it all?
King 5 has a way to help today's teens get connected.
Tonight's Seahawks game is brought to you by U.S. West, keeping you connected to your world. By Ernst Holman Nursery, where we double the manufacturer's warranty on every item we carry. And by U.S. Bank. We're here for the real risk takers in the Northwest, small business owners. Looking at the numbers for the first 30 minutes, all Seattle total yards, 224 to the 90, Steve Largent. Turnovers, time of possession, any way you look at it, it belongs to the silver, blue, and green.
12 first downs, 156 yards rushing. That's a key statistic right there. But 224 yards, that's more than the Seahawks have been averaging for an entire game.
Rick Meyer had a very good first half. And the numbers were 6 of 12, 87 yards and 2 touchdowns, as he did extremely well in the first half, getting his position solidified to play. Last night, Green Bay at New England. Drew Bledsoe, the NFL's top draft choice, got his first start, and it was a big one. Bledsoe had 2 TD passes, this one to 18-yarder to wide receiver Vincent Brisby. Then in the second half, he hit Mike Farr with a 17-yard strike. And again, New England won at 21-17, 245 yards for the former Cougar, #1 pick in the draft, playing for New England. And Rick Meyer not doing so bad himself, as we said. 6 of 12, 87 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a real strike to Rob Thomas for the last touchdown of the first half. We will see Dan McGuire now come in and see what he can do for his cause and his case to try to get in as the starter for Tom Flores' offense.
You know, I mentioned in the second quarter that I'd really love to see the Seahawk offense open up just a little bit more. A lot of their passes have been very conservative passes, throwing definitely underneath 15 yards. And now with a 30-point lead, I would think you have an opportunity to open it up, take some chances, throw the football downfield.
You've got to wonder if Dan McGuire might press just a little bit too, trying to do as well as maybe taking on the offense on his shoulders, trying to do as well as he can to earn as many points as possible to become a starter.
Yeah, he's got to just play within himself and not try to do too much. But I tell you that in my mind, the competition's is
pretty well
probably
settled.
over. Yeah, I think so.
Well, he brings the dimension, that being Rick Meyer, that Dan really isn't able to physically, and that is the scrambling and running ability and the quick delivery, quick release of Rick Meyer. And again, his numbers for the day, 87 yards, and no interceptions this time around. So Seattle will be kicking off. You see Howard Mudd, the offensive line coach, talking it over with McGuire. John Casey, check it, it'll be Chris Dugan.
Hey, that call could be for Grandpa.
New caller ID from US West tells you who a phone call is from, so you can decide how to handle it.
It's Grandma. You can call her back.
So, if you're tied up, you can return the call later. Caller ID, new from US West, making the most of your time.
This is it, Ernst Lumber Truckload Blowout Sale. Load up on lumber and building materials at the lowest prices ever. Now through Sunday at Ernst.
Get 60 pounds of concrete mix for just $1.59.
Plus, Ernst has all the home and nursery products you'll ever need.
Like Hudson Weed and Bug Eliminator for just $9.97. A 3-pack of Ricket Foggers is only $5.86.
It's the biggest lumber and building materials sale of the season. The Lumber Truckload Blowout Sale. Now through Sunday at Ernst.
At U.S. Bank, we're here for the real risk takers in the Northwest, small business owners.
Coming up this week on Almost Live, we've got help for those of you with this unique problem.
Yeah, well, how's everything going at work?
Busy. I'm as busy as a guy who's really, really busy.
Also, just when you thought it was safe to go back into the hot tub.
Oh, give it up! Come on, give it
You get to hear John Keister say witty things like,
"Welcome to the John Report. I'm John. Here's my report."
On Almost Live, tonight at 11:35 on King 5.
Hey, you're gonna go ape over these deals. I mean, we're not monkeying around. You gotta save, save, save.
Who needs gimmicks when you can get a great deal on a Mazda Protege with a basic bumper-to-bumper warranty that's unsurpassed in its class? Now, during Mazda Simple Summer Savings Days, the value is greater than ever on every Mazda sedan. But hurry, they're going fast.
Save, 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 here.
At your Puget Sound Mazda dealer now.
He packs heavy. She packs light. She wears silk. He wears wool. He's comfortable at 68 degrees. She prefers 72. Good thing they own a Buick Park Avenue with available dual-zone climate control. 72 for her, 68 for him. Too bad everything isn't as accommodating as Park Avenue. From Buick, the new symbol for quality in America.
Honey, you took the paper out for recycling, didn't you?
Okay.
People in the Northwest recycle more than just about anyone else in the country. By doing that, you've helped conserve one of our most precious natural resources. And you've helped make Weyerhaeuser one of America's largest paper recyclers. We've recycled a lot already. And by 1996, we plan to do twice as much. So, thank you for your help. We know it isn't always easy.
You let the cat in, didn't you?
The cat. The cat.
Weyerhaeuser.
This is the Infinity J30. And this is the clock in the J.
There's an interesting reason it looks like it does. Infinity realized the clock is the one instrument in the car everyone uses. So they felt it should stand out.
Now, if they put that much thought into the clock, imagine the other thoughtful extremes they went to. Visit your Infinity showroom. Oh, tell them you already know the part about the clock.
Lease one of the world's most advanced automobiles, now at a very special rate for a limited time.
Who's collecting? McDonald's! NFL kickoff payoff points!
Pull your kickoff payoff tab to find out how many points you've scored.
Touchdown! I got 6 points!
Save 10 points for a sheet of NFL player trading cards.
You got Williams. Give you Nelson.
So collect kickoff payoff points and win.
What you want is what you get.
Play kickoff payoff.
McDonald's today.
Enjoy the Burger of the Month, the Quarter Pounder Club Sandwich. Add fries and a Coke Classic for an extra value meal and play kickoff payoff at participating McDonald's.
Owning a toy store isn't all fun and games. In this business, only the strong survive. Problem is, I don't just own one store, I own 2. I've got to make the best use of my time. Luckily, I got some help from US West. I get a lot of business from my Yellow Pages ad and never miss important calls with my additional line. Can you hold, please? Hello, Lopez Toys. Yes, we ship rockets. There goes one now. I have US West voice messaging and a cellular phone. So, while I'm going from store to store, I can still take care of business. We're on our way over. I even have a US West additional line for my computer. Lopez Toys West. Let me check my inventory. Oh, yes, we have drum sets. With or without earplugs. US West really helps me manage my time and my business better. But I still end up taking my work home at night.
Dad, it's my turn.
Testing, son, just testing.
US West, making the most of your time.
Rollin', rollin', rollin'. Keep those doggies.
If you think all steak sauces are dark, runny, and pretty much the same, there's probably one you haven't tried.
Rollin', 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 ride.
Heinz 57 steak sauce. It's rich and tangy and thicker than the others, with an unbeatable taste all its own.
Ride 'em and ride.
Try Heinz 57 steak sauce. It's not the square stuff.
Dairy Queen presents Magic Mariner Moments.
Fastball, strike 3 called, and 7 Ks now for Randy. Swung on, lined into the gap in right center field. Edgar, you are unbelievable. And Bosio has done it! The second no-hitter in Mariner history. Junior is on fire! My, oh my!
While these moments will last forever, these won't. Magic Mariner Moment pins with trading cards, just 99 cents each with any purchase at participating Dairy Queen locations.
It's estimated that by the time your kid gets to college, a 4-year degree will cost around $100,000. Maybe you should start saving now at Office Max.
Save on Brother daisy-wheeled word processors. The professional model has 80-character display, just $299.99. And the convenient portable model is just $199.99.
Of course, they could get a scholarship. Better take your savings to the max. Office Max, the office product superstore where savings is the bottom line.
Oh my God, I'm making...
The children are flourishing, parents proud.
You got me out.
The only unusual thing is that the parents are 2 men. Washington is one of 6 states allowing gay and lesbian adoption.
I'm concerned that we could be wreaking havoc with these kids.
But what's the problem? On Sunday's Compton Report, the legal and psychological evidence on gay and lesbian adoption in Washington state.
It happens every summer all across Washington state. More than 10,000 kids learn basketball from the superstars, and hoops are only part of the program. The big message is stay in school, stay off drugs, and do your best. It's called the See First Jammin' Hoops Camp. See First is proud to organize and sponsor these free camps. We can't imagine a better investment.
What flower prefers shade?
Begonias.
How do you talk to plants?
Well, I tell them to shade up and grow.
How can you know who's calling before you answer your phone?
I haven't the foggiest.
Of course you don't. You've got a business to run. Caller ID from US West provides the name and number of the person calling, so you can screen your calls and personalize your greetings. And right now, installation is free. Hey, you know plants.
I like to be a sweet pea because they smell good.
And we know phones. The small business group at US West.
We call it a unified ergonomic interior design. Ray Campbell calls it his quiet cabin in the woods. We call it high-strength steel body construction. Emily Ross calls it a place to put her valuables. We call it an impressive value starting at around $12,000. Tom Reese calls it more affordable than his daughter's wedding. We call it Corolla, the all-new Toyota Corolla, the brand new car with a familiar name.
Attention students, a few brief scheduling messages. The bake sale begins at noon. There will be a pep rally at 4, and this year's big game starts at 7. Oh, by the way, the cafeteria is now serving Dreyer's cookie dough ice cream.
Dreyer's. Evidently, it's not your normal ice cream.
The biggest medical news of the 90s may be a special group of vitamins called antioxidants. Because healthy bodies need antioxidants like beta-carotene to help strengthen the body's natural defenses against cell damage. Centrum contains the complete antioxidant group, plus more vitamins and minerals than any leading brand. So eat right. And to supplement your diet, take Centrum, more complete from A to zinc. And with the complete antioxidant group, more important than ever.
He's unstoppable.
Oh, he's huge. He's a wall of flesh. Oh, the guy can stop a truck. The guy is a truck. And that's why they have one of the best defensive records in the NFL.
Oh, hey, Eugene, the hit machine.
But wait a minute. They were 2-14 last year.
What about John L., second best NFL running back?
Yeah, exactly. A real Hawk fan doesn't miss a second of football on King 5.
It's my house.
Owning a toy store isn't all fun and games. In this business, only the strong survive. Problem is, I don't just own one store, I own 2. I've got to make the best use of my time. Luckily, I got some help from US West. I get a lot of business from my Yellow Pages ad and never miss important calls with my additional line. Can you hold, please? Hello, Lopez Toys. Yes, we ship rockets. There goes one now. I have US West voice messaging and a cellular phone. So, while I'm going from store to store, I can still take care of business. We're on our way over. I even have a US West additional line for my computer. Lopez Toys West. Let me check my inventory. Oh, yes, we have drum sets. With or without earplugs. US West really helps me manage my time and my business better. But I still end up taking my work home at night.
Dad, it's my turn.
Testing, son. Just testing.
U.S. West, making the most of your time.
Ever wonder what shocks and struts do to your car or truck? Why it's important to replace them on time? Basically, they protect your tire mileage, plus improve overall cornering, handling, and braking. They also help protect other expensive parts of your car from road punishment. If you need new shocks or struts, we invite you to stop by for a free inspection. At Les Schwab, we're proud of our trained people, our service, and our selection. And remember, we guarantee our service like we guarantee our tires.
Introducing a daring innovation in Japanese cuisine. Tender, marinated teriyaki chicken breast. Fresh carrots and broccoli, steamed to perfection. And rice. All in a bowl. The new teriyaki bowls from Jack in the Box.
Is this a great job or what?
It's clearance time at your Northwest Ford dealers. You have one last chance to get a great deal on the best-selling 93 F-Series truck. One last chance to save on Ford's best-selling compact truck, the Ranger. Or save on Ford's popular 93 Explorer, the vehicle that's equally at home in the city or the country. But this is your last chance, because after this sale, these 93s are history. So see your Northwest Ford dealer today.
It's estimated that by the time your kid gets to college, a four-year degree will cost around $100,000. Maybe you should start saving now at OfficeMax.
Save up to $5 by mail on FlexGrip multi-pack pens and highlighters. And save on the Canon StarWriter BubbleJet personal word processor.
Of course, they could get a scholarship. Better take your savings to the max. OfficeMax, the office product superstore where savings is the bottom line.
There's a business tool so powerful, it can help people move mountains. So powerful, it can set people free.
Hang on just a second. We found our witness. So the state has no case?
It's a tool as unique as the sound of your voice.
That's me.
Because your voice is your most powerful business tool.
8 o'clock is perfect.
Voice products from GTE can put that power to work. We can plan, provide, service, and guarantee a system for you. Call us.
You guessed it, Jill. Trout on a stick. Like all our new entrees, it's frugal, filling,
and convenient, too.
Bravo.
Do you ever wonder if airline executives actually eat the food they serve you?
Croutons.
Not just croutons, Jill. Dipped in oil. Jumbo croutons. Takes up lots of room in salad, saving on costly lettuce. I like it.
At Alaska Airlines, our top executives eat our food twice a week because we won't ever serve you a meal we wouldn't enjoy ourselves.
We'd like to thank the people in the Northwest because you recycle more than just about anyone else in the country. So you've helped conserve one of our most precious natural resources and helped make us one of America's largest paper recyclers. Every day we get discarded paper from all over and make it into products that can be used again. We've recycled a lot already, and by 1996 we plan to do twice as much. So, thank you. We couldn't have done it without you. Weyerhaeuser.
Tonight's Seahawks game has been brought to you by GTE, telecommunications consultant to the NFL. By Alaska Airlines, with nonstop service to the LA and Bay Areas every business day. By Weyerhaeuser, proud to be your partner in paper recycling. By your Northwest Ford dealers, home of the F-Series truck, the best-selling vehicle in America. And by Sea First Bank, where Excel service makes banking easy for you. So Seattle moves to 1-2 with a victory over the 49ers tonight, 30-0. The storyline follows along the quarterbacks, really, for Seattle. In the first half, a performance by the rookie Rick Meyer, 2 touchdown passes. He goes 6 of 12 for the night, 87 yards. This pass, by far his finest, to Rob Thomas for his second touchdown. On the other hand, Dan McGuire wanted to come in and counterbalance the performance by Meyer and do what he could. However, he injured his right wrist there, going down by Antonio Goss. Final comment, Steve Largent, before we go to Houston.
It was a totally dominating team effort by the Seahawks tonight.
And we will go to Houston to take on the Oilers. Game 5, or rather Game 4 at 5 o'clock here on Channel 5. Once again, the final score, Seattle winning it 30-0 for Steve Largent. I'm Don Poyer. Thanks, everybody, and good night.
Tonight's game has been a production of King 5 and the Seattle Seahawks in association with Runaway Entertainment.
There are those who say that America is having a hard time getting off the ground. They say that the American spirit no longer soars. That the American worker no longer rises to the occasion. And that American companies no longer reach for the stars. But we'll just continue to introduce evidence that says otherwise.
Don't miss Levitt's 21-hour sell-a-thon.
Saturday, 9 to 9. Sunday, 9 to 6.
Extra hours, extra savings.
Everything is on sale.
At 30 to 68% off during Levitt's 21-hour sell-a-thon.
Plus, you pay no money down.
With no payments until November.
And no finance charges if paid in full by the November due date.
Saturday, 9 to 9.
Sunday, 9 to 6.
Levitt's 21-hour sell-a-thon. Don't miss it.
Love it at Levitt's. Final boarding call for Flight 23.
Well, what's your name, son?
Tommy,
What are you eating there, Tommy?
they're brand new wavy Lay's potato chips.
Aerodynamically shaped. You think the old captain could have one?
Nobody needs just one of these.
Pilots can do anything, Tommy.
Want to bet?
New Wavy Lays are packed with more Lay's potato taste.
This is our captain speaking. Today we'll be taking off to the southeast and climbing to
New Wavy Lays. One more reason you can't eat just one.
Rodney King has another run-in with the law. Details at 11.